Let's continue this story. Yes? And maybe we'll conclude today. Peter did not know when tears started running down his cheeks again. Hearing the voice of Magdalene was like cold, beautiful water springing up in his soul. This is the woman that he had been married to for 5 years. Suddenly, that voice brought back those early times when they just got married. And he said, "Are you okay? Have you been hurt? Where are you?" Of course, at that time, Bala could see that he was talking to Magdalene. So Bala was, at the background saying, "Where is she? Is she okay? Is she good?" And then Peter continues to talk with Magdalene. At this point, Magdalene remembers and says, "Peter, you let me go. You actually let me drive away in the night." "I'm so sorry," Peter said. "I'm really so sorry. I don't know what has come over me. I don't know what came over me, but I regret every single step that I took. I just want you back home. What do the kidnappers want? I will do anything to get you back." At this point, Magdalene laughs. "Kidnappers? Who spoke about any kidnapper?" And he said, "I thought I heard the voice of somebody behind the phone just before you spoke." And she said, "Yes, of course you heard the voice of somebody. That's the man whose wife I just delivered of a baby." Oh, wow. So all along, this was what happened. Magdalene had actually driven in the night and had seen the man brandishing the cutlass. Apparently, it was a man whose wife was in labor and he didn't know what to do. He had run to the road to try and seek help. Now, when he waved Magdalene down, he discovered that Magdalene was actually a nurse. Of course, this was after some conversation to be able to assure Magdalene that all was well. He told Magdalene what his dilemma was, and Magdalene, being the professional that she was, immediately got out of the car, locked it, and followed the man, even though that was quite risky in the middle of the night. But I guess her profession spoke louder than the fear. And so she had reached the house and had seen that the man's wife was actually in labor and had done everything she could, and the woman delivered a beautiful baby girl. And so Magdalene was actually there when Peter called, and it was a man who picked up the call first. So that was actually the mix-up. And of course, so Magdalene said, "I was not kidnapped. Come and get me." And she described the house, which was not too far away from where her car was actually. They raced down, both Peter and Bala, rushing down to the house. And there, just as they reached the house, Magdalene was also coming out of the house, waiting for them. Peter swooped her up in his arms. With all joy, swung her around and spun like a little baby. And both of them were laughing. Oh, see the joy in their faces when they met again. And there was Bala and the man, looking on and just smiling. And Peter said to Magdalene, "Magdalene, I promise you, this will never, ever happen again. I can't lose you. You are my wife. You are my life. You are everything." And there was Bala in the background saying, "Me too, I go love." Oh. And that was how eventually they all went in, saw the new baby. Everybody was happy and joyful. And Peter took Magdalene home, while Bala took his own car back home also to meet his wife who had been waiting. Now, by the time they got home, the kids were already awake, and the kids were asking, "What happened, Daddy? Where did you and Mommy go?" They were asking Peter this question. And Peter said, "You know what? It's a long story. I'll tell you guys all about it tomorrow morning if you promise to go back to sleep now." And so they went back to sleep, and that was how the story ended. I hope that you got something from this story. Unforgiveness is a terrible thing in marriage. Things have happened to spouses because one spouse did not forgive the other for things that were not so terrible after all. And even if they were terrible, you had the choice of forgiving. Every married couple must understand that forgiveness is something that you come into the marriage with. You pre-forgive your spouse. Because your spouse will offend you once or twice. And you need to be there to be able to forgive your spouse and be able to have a discussion, resolve whatever conflict it is, and move forward. This is why it is so important for us to have that virtue of forgiveness. This is one of the things that we teach at the Couples Conclave program. And the Couples Conclave program is that 11-month rejuvenation accountability program for every couple. Every couple needs to be in the Couples Conclave. It will keep your marriage on fire and keep it on fire forever. So every year you join in, and then we just run through the courses. And at the end of it, your marriage will just keep going better and better. You want to join the Couples Conclave? See the details immediately after this. We will come again sometime soon with another marriage story for you to enjoy. Please enjoy. Hi, my name is Kunle Ologe, marriage counselor and founder of the Marriage Seal Academy, and we want to invite you to the 2024 Couples Conclave program. The Couples Conclave is an 11-month program from January to November of every year, where couples come together and we're able to have activities, meetings, seminars, just to make sure your marriage is on fire all through the year. Every day we share clips on marriage, tips that you can use in your marriage to make your marriage better. We'll have bonding activities every week. We'll be helping you to also renew the intimacy in that marriage at the Couples Conclave. And if your marriage seems as if it's already falling apart, then this is the right time for you to enter the Couples Conclave. Now, do you know why it is important for you to be in the Couples Conclave 2024? Apart from the fact that your marriage is going to be renewed, hey, here are some reasons why you should join. You're going to get discount on courses. The courses that the outsiders will pay for, you get a discounted amount on it as a member of the Couples Conclave. You also get discount on counseling fees. You don't pay the same thing as people outside pay. The knowledge that you get from the Couples Conclave and you will implement will help your marriage to blossom and bring out the best in it. Registration fee is 100,000 for each couple. Just 100,000 for the two of you together for the whole year. Come and be a part of it. Registration for the Couples Conclave started months ago and it is almost ending. The deadline is just a few weeks away. It's going to be on the 24th of December. By 24th of December, we close the doors and we stop taking registration. So you want to rush in and register now.
Join Couples Conclave 2024! Join!